Leo, I'm Ember. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm here with a collective tarot reading and it's timeless. So when it found you, it's meant for you. I'm going to read the cards and then the link to the me not reading the cards, to like skip me reading the cards, is in the description box below. And what we have here is really deep. I do want to say that. Okay, so I'm going to get started. We have Redacted, Anima Mundi, The Flame, The Box, Dead End, Comfort, The Herald, Small Regrets and Longing, and The Smith, Overthinking and Taking Action. Okay, so when I first tapped into your energy, I saw a vision before I even got into this room. And the vision was you were standing in the rain and it was pouring down. And there was a person that you were trying to speak to, but they were like clouded or it was like hard to reach them. You were trying to say something to somebody and you were like shouting, but like it wasn't going through. It was like too loud, too much static, too much. I'm hearing pain. It's like you want to reach somebody and you feel blocked in some way from doing that, or not able to I don't know. It's like, I don't know if it's part of you that's not on board with maybe being able to speak this, or if it's somebody else, or if it's a situation that's causing a blockage. But it feels like there's some type of blockage that's going on for you. I'm like feeling it in my heart. And I also felt like when I first tapped into your energy that you may be feeling quite protective of yourself. And I just want to say, I really relate if you are feeling very protective of yourself. Like I was noticing, like I was watching my last couple of readings and I was just like, I feel like I'm being so harsh. And I realized that I was like protecting myself because I feel so I've been through very difficult, challenging things, right? But also more than that, recently has been very difficult. I mean, just the last 2 years has almost been like a really big roller coaster of just like me trying to protect myself. And so I realized I was like being harsher online, I guess, in my readings, because I was feeling like I can't be soft and I can't be vulnerable, because if I'm vulnerable, that's how I get hurt. And I'm like, but that's the best part of me. Like, I'm really good at being soft and warm. Like, that's like part of who I am. So I'm like, so I had to really go within myself and really like talk to myself and be like, what's going on? Like, why am I being so harsh? Why am I being so protective of myself? And how can I make that part of me that's really protective of myself feel soothed so that they can back off and kind of let, my warmth and kindness come out? Because I'm not speaking to nobody. I'm speaking to somebody I really want to help, right? And I want to like give to in some way. And I'm like, my harshness is keeping that from happening. It's like there's like a connection that I want, right? And I'm thinking I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm just harsh enough, maybe I can protect myself if they hurt me, right? And it's like, it's not helping me, it's actually hindering me. And so I do feel that there is some thing that you're protecting yourself from. And I feel like it's something good. And you could also be protecting yourself from something that's not good. So you may be having two tandem situations where you feel like you are protecting yourself from something that you really want to go after, or you have armor on in some way. I'm seeing it like armor around your heart. And it could be hurting you in the way like, okay, like I really want to go after the things that I think, and I really want to connect. I just don't know how. And so I feel like Spirit really wanted, it's just interesting how like, that kind of seems to happen to me. Like something I'm going through is usually something I'm meant to channel. And it's beautiful in that way. But it's also hard. I'm like, oh, I have to work through this, like, because it's painful. Because obviously when I'm being harsh or protective, I'm trying to protect myself from getting hurt. But really what's deeper down beneath that is that there's this feeling of I was really hurt and I'm hurting over that. And that is causing me to protect myself. And I'm not even realizing it, right? And so again, I think that there's something here that's happening. But I also feel for you specifically that you may also be going through a spiritual awakening. Like I was feeling that Anima Mundi is being connected to all there is, to the universe, to your guides, to, it doesn't have to be your guide specifically, but like to the animals, to humans, to everything. It's like almost like I'm seeing you stand here and I'm seeing all of these white lights coming out to people around you, and then but like things, people, animals, everything. So that's kind of how it is. So if you look at this card, right, it's like there, I don't know, I'm not seeing it exactly like that, but it's kind of giving that vibe of like, I'm connected to everything there is. There's all the signs in here. What else is in here? There's hands in here. There's an eye, right? And crystals and lots of things. It's just connection to things that are unseen. And so you may be going through a difficult time. Maybe I don't know if this is true for all of you, but when I first got into my spirituality, it was really difficult because I had all these I was raised I was raised in Christianity, and I had a lot of walls around spirituality because I just was like, it's really hurt me before, and maybe spirituality in some ways hurt you before. And so I don't know if it feels rocky or difficult. How do I say this? Rocky or difficult to be in this position. It feels very vulnerable. You may be feeling very vulnerable. And I do feel like something or somebody sparked this spiritual awakening within you. And then there's some type of box that you feel trapped in. And I this could be the protection, but it also feels like there could be an external situation that is causing you to feel like you can't get out of it. Like you feel trapped, and it feels like a dead end to you. And maybe you're coming to terms with that. Like, right? Like, I'm coming to terms with the fact that I feel boxed or trapped in by this thing, or maybe certain parts of me, like I was talking about, that harsh part, that protective part, are keeping me boxed in a way that I don't want to be boxed in anymore. Recognizing it is the first part. Then it's being willing to like look at it, work on it, and that's really painful to do because the box that we put ourselves in can be comfortable after a while, becomes familiar. And even if it's maladaptive, like I've been in plenty of situations like that. I do want to say, Leo, your energy is very easy to talk to. So you may be finding, this is really interesting that's coming through. You may be finding that people are coming to you more often, people that you don't know, strangers, confiding in you, or maybe you've always had that kind of energy, but it does feel like there is a shift in your energy in some way that I'm feeling. So if you may be feeling like you're shifting into something that is uncomfortable but better for you, or you're looking at how do I shift into how do I grow here? Like, how do I move past this box feeling? How do I move past this dead end? How do I give myself permission to go on a new path? And how do I bring myself comfort while I'm feeling, there's even like, we have small regrets, right? So like you could be feeling like you did something wrong, or like you made a wrong choice back there. I'm hearing back there. And Spirit's saying whatever choices you made up to this point are the right choices. You are learning. We are literally in like a school. Like that's how I think of it. Like, and we're giving these lessons and these chapters and these cycles to see how we do in them, but also more than that, to see how we're going to meet ourselves in them, to see if we can face them. And most of the time people can't. And it's because it's so painful to go through a spiritual awakening. I don't know if you necessarily feel like this is all your choice either. There's like this feeling of like, this wouldn't have been my choice, like, which I totally get. But there is something really beautiful about the way that your heart is opening now. And I think that your heart opening is leading you to seeing that you feel like you're in a box, that you feel like you're at a dead end, that you feel like you want to shift, right? Because only through shifting can we find ourselves, and only through shifting can we find the growth that we are so deeply thirsting for. There's a thirsting that I feel you have, and there's something that sparked your flame, your fire. Also as a Leo, right? So Leo is about strength, and sometimes like with me, right? Like I'm just gonna go with personal. Like I will use like my strength in a way that's maladaptive by like doing too much or going too hard or putting my energy into something so much that I'm like totally depleted. And even when I'm exhausted, and I don't know if you've dealt with that, but if you have, it's about having warmth without depletion. It's about having armor. I wrote this down. It's about having confidence without armor. And it's like you're very deep is what I'm getting. You have a very complex system, and there's something really, really beautiful about that. And maybe this is about seeing yourself through new eyes. Maybe this is about not pushing yourself so hard. Maybe this is about not feeling like you have to show up, 100% in this area. I don't know. I feel like there's a certain area where you may be feeling overworked or exhausted, and in pain over it. And I don't know if it's this box. We're going to have to get into it. You may be really stuck in your head, which is fair. I feel like when you go through a spiritual awakening of any type, or even just a transformation, or you're ending something, or you're beginning something, any one of those things, which you may be doing all of them or one of them, if you're going through any of that, that can make your mind really, really like grab on to fear, because it's like, what is going on? Like, even your body may be feeling different. Like, you may be worried about your health. Like, spiritual awakening, obviously go to a doctor, like if you're feeling like super concerned about it. But when spiritual awakenings happen, it can cause a lot of body things to happen. So like, when spiritual awakening is happening, when it's happening, we are looking at our wounds and we are releasing our wounds. So the wounds that we have can become energy that's trapped in the body, and dark energy that's trapped in the body, and physically that's trapped in the body. And so when we are healing the wounds and releasing, we're energetically releasing too. And so what that can cause is that whatever that stuck energy that was in you can come out through your skin, can come out in your muscles, can come out in your bones, can come out, you know, in your head, right? So like headaches, muscle aches, skin issues, like things like that. And also just feeling like really overwhelmed, and also having a lot of like random feelings coming up. Like, just one day you're like so great, and then the next you're just like, wow, like what is going on? Or you feel super exhausted and there's no real reason like why you should be feeling like that. Or what's another one I'm trying to think of? It's also, this also applies to Kundalini awakenings. I don't believe I've gone through a Kundalini awakening, but I do have a lot of symptoms of a spiritual awakening, and I've had two. Like, and this last one just came, and my first one was, they're challenging, and I don't want to downplay how challenging everything is. And also, you're right where you're meant to be. Okay, like there's something you really want to change, like take back almost. And I feel like this small regrets and longing, it's like, don't be so hard on yourself for the choices you've made. You make choices with the best you have at the time. And it's like, can you meet yourself with compassion and kindness for like who you are or were at the time you made those decisions? And it's okay. Like, it's okay. And where you're now, like going through a spiritual awakening, like it led you to this place. And I know it sucks. Okay. I know that it sucks. I know that it's hurting. I know that you're hurting. I felt that really strongly. Like, I pulled out, what card did I pull out? And I just started bawling before your reading. I was just like, oh my God. And I was just like, why am I so emotional? Like, what happened? And so you could be feeling, I don't know where I was going with that, but you could be feeling overwhelmed. I would say overwhelmed, overburdened, working too hard, feeling not sure of how to make the next move, trying to figure it out, trying to meet yourself with where you're at, and also trying not to be hard on yourself. I mean, there's a lot going on, and there's some type of box that you want to get out of. Okay, that card came down. That's interesting. What card is this? We got Bluebell. I don't know what Bluebell represents. I looked up a card for your advice and it was Wisteria, but I'm going to get into that in a minute. I might have to look up Bluebell. And Bluebell, it reminds me of like, see how there's like books here? It says there's a book here and has these arrows in it. It's like there's some type of knowledge you're aiming for, or learning or education. You may be trying to be more open to the things that you may not have been open to before. Like, I feel like on a grand scale, there's something really big happening with you. Like, I really am genuinely feeling like you're going through a spiritual awakening. You're feeling conflicted. You're feeling a lot of different emotions. I feel like you might feel all over the place. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting. And that's okay. Like, it's okay. Can you let yourself feel like that? Like, that's part of it too. It's like, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Fighting it and resisting it, or trying to stop it or avoid it, is what is causing suffering. We can have pain, but then there's suffering, and I suffer a lot, so I can completely understand. And so, yeah, can you let yourself feel the way you're feeling, and can it be scary and unknown, and can you not know, and can that be okay? Okay, let's see what's going on with you. There's some type of win you're feeling. I don't know. What is this? Hold on a second. I'm getting a weird feeling from this card. You feel like you feel like you didn't win some place you wanted to win. Yep. Okay, somewhere with your stability. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm seeing the Tower. And Empress. So we've got Empress, the Tower, which is, the Tower's Mars, King of Pentacles. Let me see. Okay. What's this Tower? I was feeling there's a sadness and the confusion. There's sadness and confusion around, I'm hearing, a job or a place where you put your King of Pentacles energy. You once maybe felt like you were winning in this area. So let's say it could be career. It could be you being able to show up as consistent, dependable. I think you're still doing that. I'm just saying that there's something wrong. There's some kind of sadness that you're feeling around. Maybe you've showed up and it hasn't been met. Or maybe it once fulfilled your vision for the future of like long-term stability, and it's not now. And there's a tower happening because you're realizing you're sad and confused about this. Why are you sad and confused about this? What is going on with this? What, even though you've nurtured it, like I've seen you put so much work in. Again, there comes that work. 4 of Wands. So some type of relationship has caused you to have to reevaluate this. With the Queen of Wands, someone very magnetic, someone you want to plan with. You want to plan to do something with them. What's this 4 of Wands? Someone you have a collaboration with. So this would be like somebody you are working on a team with, or in a group with, or as a work buddy, or what's another one? Like a hiking buddy or a candle shopping buddy, like Tarot always says. There's some type of relationship that's made you rethink what you want for your future. But it feels very uncomfortable. Like this tower with this 5 of Cups and 7 of Cups, it's caused you to feel very confused and sad over some type of staple in your life. This dog is really calling to me. Like I see the dog, but it's like really calling to me. So Spirit saying, is there an animal around you that could help you, or get connected to animals more? That could very much help. And keep focusing. Someone who's, I'm getting this as the Queen of Wands, someone who's very independent, who just very naturally abundant, this person. That's what they feel like to me. It doesn't have to be feminine energy, but they could exude feminine energy in some way. But the Queen of Wands here is also giving me quite a bit of masculine, just like energetically off the card. So Queen of Wands, like put it where it goes. Yeah, someone you really want to connect with. There's someone you really want to connect with. I'm seeing it. Someone that's independent, someone that's confident, someone that knows how to plan things, someone that's long-term, someone that you really, really, I'm seeing 2 3s. I'm seeing 3 through 3 now. 10 of Wands and the Chariot. So this is like, okay, so you really want to move forward, right? But you feel too overwhelmed. Like I'm getting it. Like you're either too overworked, it's too much, you have too much going on, you're too focused on you feel like you need to focus on your career more or something. I don't know. I'm getting a bunch now. Okay, what's Queen of Swords? We have 3 3s. I said 3 through 3. The Sun and 2 of Pentacles. You're looking on the horizon to make a decision and bring light to this. I feel like you want to talk to somebody, or somebody wants to talk to you, or both. I think it's both for a lot of you. You really want to move forward, but again, why are you feeling overwhelmed? Let's look at that really quick. The Page of Wands. You feel spark towards it. You feel really excited about whoever this is. What's this overwhelm? What's this overwhelm happening? 10 of Swords. So there's some type of, we have a bunch of 10s, right? We have 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands. I think that's the only 2 10 we have. Okay, just making sure. So you feel like you really want to go after this thing, but you feel overwhelmed because of some type of ending or betrayal or something that's not working. It's like you need to end something, or you feel betrayed by something, and that's making you feel protective of yourself. Again, I'm feeling the protection again. Or there's maybe even between you had something happen between you, and you feel like I feel like you're trying to get like your ducks in a row is what I'm hearing. You may not feel totally ready for a relationship right now. That's what I'm getting. But it's your wish fulfillment. You really want to give to your wish fulfillment. It's just, I think that there's something else going on. This tower, what's this tower in? I feel like this tower is really, really loud. 7 of Swords. So what's the 7 of Swords? Yeah, hold on, 7 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. What are you holding back from? You're holding back your energy from somebody or something. Hold on. What's the 7 of Swords? Okay, so there's some type of collaboration that you had, or work situation, or some type of equal give and take exchange. So anywhere where you're giving energy and receiving energy back, you're holding back your energy where you might have been giving more before, because you feel like there's some type of deceit. But it's like either the deceit was within you or within someone else. It doesn't really matter. You feel like it's breaking down. The deceit that once trapped you by either someone else or yourself, there's a tower there. It's like you're seeing something clear for the first time. This sun or this moon, I don't know if it's a moon or sun, but it's really sticking out to me. It's like you're the sun. Yeah, like I'm getting it. Like you're seeing the truth of something that you didn't see before. Yeah, and it has to do with 10 of Pentacles. I was feeling 10 of Pentacles earlier. I was like, I swear I feel another 10, and it was 10 of Pentacles. Okay, wait. Hold on. So the tower is in. There's some type of deception that happened. You weren't seeing it clearly, and now you are. The Tower was in the baby the way you were seeing it. You're now seeing something clearly. The Tower is when something crumbles, like that wasn't meant to stand because it wasn't based in truth and light and foundation. So there's some type of foundation that's crumbling around you that you thought was something it wasn't. And it had to do with your long-term stability. So you're feeling a lot of pain over that specifically. That is causing this Ten of Swords. Now, there's something else where you really want to go after it. I'm getting it as a flame. I'm seeing the flame in my mind. So there's somebody that really sparked your interest and you really want to go after it. I feel like you want this thing, or you want this relationship or project or person or job, and you really want to, but you're feeling overwhelmed in moving forward because you've been through I'm hearing betrayal, or something happened. I don't know what happened. I'm getting like something could have happened with somebody else that really caused you to go like, I need to protect myself, but also like you're seeing it clearly for the first time. And again, it's rumbling. I'm hearing rumbling a foundation that you have that has been a long-standing staple in your life. Like it's Ten of Pentacles. It's the most it can get. It's like you get, it's like a family situation, or like a relationship that's like 10 years long, or like a job that's been 10 years long, or a job that's been 5 years long. Like it will be a staple situation in your life that you've built security upon, familiarity upon. Now there's a Tower happening, so that can feel so destabilizing. Anytime a foundation falls within ourselves, it can cause, or within ourselves, of course, within ourselves, but within, maybe that's what's happening. Maybe it's also happening within you. I just feel like you're feeling destabilized by whatever the situation is with the Seven of Swords, the Tower, and the Ten of Pentacles. And you really want to move to calmer waters, but I feel like I'm getting this like shocked feeling almost, or this like, my eyes are open now, and you're like, what have I been doing? Like there's almost this feeling of like, what has been happening here? Like that kind of feeling. Yeah. Can I get advice for this? Do you want these or do you want these? Okay. There's a moon on the bottom of the deck and the World. So what you may not see coming is that there's going to be an ending to this, or that you might end it, or there's going to be an ending to this somehow. But I don't want you to, I'm getting a fear right now. Like you're afraid that might happen. There's an intuition about this though. You may feel that you're going to open a cycle. I got the High Priestess in the World. You may feel like you're going to open a cycle. We've got Leo energy here, which is you. We've got Cancer. We've got Ten of Pentacles. We've got I said the other ones, right? Yeah, I did. I think that's all we have. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry if I missed it. I think that's all we have as majors. The Sun, yeah, the Chariot. Okay. And then we had a couple under here, but whatever. We had the Empress. Okay, I was just checking. All right. I need to remember to do that like in real time, but I always forget. I'm like, crap. What was I saying? Wow, that was weird. Yeah, okay, so you feel an intuition, but you feel stuck by your mind. Like you feel trapped by your thoughts. Maybe that's what this box is. It's part of the way you're thinking about it as well. And I think you may be realizing that too. It's like you're realizing your thinking may have been off, and that like that's really I feel like there's a shocking feeling that I'm feeling around either something you discovered, or something you felt, or something you saw within yourself. And it's like a new way you've been seeing it. I'm seeing the Hangman in reverse. So you feel like you're seeing something in a new way. Okay. I want to get advice. Okay, what's the advice for Leo? Nine of Cups, yeah. Focus on your wish fulfillment. What do you want to go after? Do you want to go after this person? Focus on what makes you feel good. Nine of Cups can also just, I'm getting like, it's interesting the way I'm getting it. It's like, Nine of Cups doesn't have to just be big things in our lives. It can be very small things. Like, how am I soothing myself today? How am I providing the things that I need today? How am I filling my own cup today? How am I caring for myself today? Really focusing on self-care and focusing on what you want for your future can help. But I feel like that might also overwhelm you. Like I'm getting this feeling of being overwhelmed by that. And move slowly. Move slowly. Put small amounts of energy into what you want, your wish fulfillment. That's going to make you feel like you're at least moving a little bit. So you don't feel like so stuck in like, I'm not doing anything kind of feeling. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's an opportunity for a new beginning here. Focus on what you would, focus on what would be the most ideal, most beautiful, most joyful, most wholesome, lovely thing. Lovely thing that you can think of to, what your new beginning would be. So like, what do you want? What does it look like? Who does it involve? And again, how can you put real world energy into that in a slow way, because I feel like you need to go slow with this. Like, I am feeling like there's a need to go slow so you don't get too triggered or too overwhelmed, and that's okay. And we have your wish fulfillment. This is like being emotionally fulfilled. Maybe you have a lot of emotions that are coming up that need to be felt. Maybe you're going through a very, I mean, okay, I had a Nine of Cups year last year, and it was the hardest year I've had in so long. Like, I can't even tell you. It was so bad. It was really bad for me. And it's been really hard. Like, it's been so hard. I can't even tell you. And so when you go through Nine of Cups, a Nine of Cups year, or just you're dealing with trying to be more emotionally fulfilling, if you haven't been doing that, the situations that are around you can feel quite painful. And especially since you're fixed, right? I'm fixed too, I'm Aquarius. So when you're a fixed sign and we have anything that's destabilizing our foundation, and especially a foundation we felt very comfortable in and very stable in, that can feel so overwhelming because we feel familiar with it, but we're like, it's not working the way it used to, or it's not what I want anymore, or I'm not being met the way I need, or it's not meeting my needs in some way. And that can cause, I'm getting disassociated again, that can cause, I'm having pain in the body. That's so interesting. I wasn't trying to say that. That can cause, so like, when we're not getting what we need anymore from a place that was familiar and stable, like a stable in our lives, again, that can make us feel so in pain and just like unknown and feeling very uncomfortable and triggered and overwhelmed. You feel overwhelmed. But what's lovely about this overwhelm and this 10 of Pentacles is that they're closing. Like, the 10 is the utmost you can get. Like, you're not going to go past a 10 to an 11. You're going to go past the 10 into a, was it? Yeah, Page of Wands. Yeah, Page of Wands. Or is it Ace of Wands? Either one. And I feel like you have some type of relationship here, like a lover's relationship that you're resting on, maybe, or you're trying to heal, or you're thinking about healing with somebody who you feel very nurtured by. I was seeing Aquarius again. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Is there any further advice you want to give Leo? Yeah, you're going through a transformation. That's Scorpio energy. You may be fighting. I love this because I fight my transformations too. I'm like, I totally get it. You may be fighting, having conflict, inner conflict, outer conflict with your transformation. This may be I keep getting it. It may be very painful, and it's okay. That is very normal. It is very normal for what's happening with you, and to try not to overthink it and to attach any fear or paranoia onto what's happening to you. Like, because that will be how I think you are very overwhelmed. I just want to say that I think you're very overwhelmed, and so to be very kind to yourself and gentle. I'm seeing gentle gardener. Be very kind to yourself with what you're going through, because this is really painful. Okay, I want to do final advice, but I don't see any cards that I want to use. Hold on. These ones? Yeah, okay. Let's see final advice for you, Leo. I'm so proud of you. This is really painful, but okay, what I want to say is that what's beautiful about transformations, even though they're very challenging, what happens when you're going through a transformation is that you have parts of yourself that have been blocking you from what you want, right? And part of what transformations is, that's part of it. There's also a lot of things that go in transformations. This is what I'm seeing for you. You have parts of yourself that may have been blocking you or protecting you, but now they've become hurtful towards you in some way. So what transformations do is that it helps you, it challenges you because it creates friction. And when there's friction, when you get to the point where you're so fed up with yourself, because I have to get there too, as a fixed sign. And I'm not saying this happens to you, but I am getting it a little bit. You get so frustrated with yourself for doing the same thing over and over again that you kind of just go like, I can't do this anymore. We fixed signs get to that point. That's kind of how we have to move, especially when we're being asked to change so much. It is so not like our normal nature that it's too painful. So we do everything we can to avoid it, or push it down, or not look at it, or maybe even maladaptive behaviors. I'm like, that's okay. And I keep losing my train of thought. So, going through a transformation, what's beautiful about it is that's painful, right? But once you remove those blockages, and once you start healing in a way and meeting yourself with more compassion and actually going after what you want and finding different types of strength, not the strength of overworking, but the actual strength of your soul and the actual strength of like who you really are on the inside when you're not blocking yourself from joy and being alive and connection, right? That when you get to the point where you're starting to feel again and actually like be engaged and connected in a way that's like so soothing and wonderful for your soul, and you let yourself have that, that is when the beautiful, wonderful things of going through a transformation comes. It's just, you have to get through so much pain and so much wounding to get there sometimes. And I feel like you have a lot of wounding around a lot of things, and that's okay. Like I'm feeling conditioning here. Probably were conditioned to avoid or protect yourself in very hard ways because you had to be, you had to look out for yourself because you were not taken care of in the way that you needed. And that's why that happens. And it's like, can you see that? Can you see like, wow, like I've been through really hard things, and that's why I've had to be so protective of myself or avoidant. And like, it's okay. Like, that's okay. That's actually a really good part of me to have when I'm dealing with people that are gonna hurt me. Definitely. You want that. You need that. That's what we need to protect ourselves from energies that are darker or like that are gonna try to hurt us intentionally. It's really good you have those parts. They're not bad parts. It's just you're using it in a way that may be hurting you instead of helping you. And it's not about judging yourself for that. Like, that's the hard part about this, because it's like I have that too. I'm like judging myself so harshly for being harsh because I'm trying to protect myself from pain. And it's like, why am I judging myself for that? Like, I've been through really hard things. Of course I want to protect myself. Like, of course. And like, you too. Same thing for you. So let's see your final advice. I'm proud of you. This is hard. Keep going. You're doing great. Taurus energy, trust, patience, and sensuality. I feel like you have that in abundance for some reason. Keep trusting, keeping patient, and Taurus is about creating comfort, and we have the comfort card. Taurus is about comfort through like pillows and really beautiful environments. It's very Venusian, you know? It's like, oh gosh, how do I explain this? It's like flowers and what else? Blankets and pillows and coffee and tea and candles and essential oils and like whatever, or massages, like that kind of like comfort could be really helpful for you right now. Like, go get a massage, go do float therapy, like do something that's going to calm your nervous system, that's going to feel good, or just make sure that you're setting up your space in a way that like feels like really comforting and kind and warm. I feel like you're in need of warmth so badly, Leo, and I'm too, so I totally get it. And that's not a bad thing. And it's like, can you be that warmth for yourself? Can you be that candle to come back to at home? Does your home feel safe? Do you feel safe at home? Do you feel safe in your body? Okay, we also have Aries and Aquarius. I was feeling Aquarius earlier. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Some of this is asking you to be brave and looking at it. It takes bravery and determination and resilience to look at these wounds. It does. I'm not joking. It really does. It takes so much bravery because it's so hard to do. It's so hard to do. Like, I can't express it enough. And we have Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, wow, I cannot say that word. Philanthropy, wow. And progressive imagining. That was awesome. Okay. I don't know, maybe you need to laugh at yourself a little bit more. Okay, one more. I feel like you're very serious right now. That's okay, too. And we have Venus. Give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. Yes. Focus on the connections that are giving you joy, that are on the right path for you. Like, there's a path here that I feel like you want to take. I feel like you want a new beginning and you have one available to you, and I think that you're afraid and you're feeling overwhelmed because you're dealing with something else, possibly around your stability in your situation that's kind of, I don't know, there's something about it crumbling down. And Spirit's saying focus on, I got Aries twice, so focus on taking back your independence for yourself, not for anyone else. This is not for anyone else but you, Leo. And you have such a good heart and a strong soul, and you're going through a spiritual awakening, going through a lot, and yeah. I don't know, I'm shuffling these cards. Yeah. Okay, Leo, thank you so much. I think that's all I have for you, and I will see you guys next time.